What's up, .NET developers? Do you love APIs? Do you build APIs? Do you dream about APIs? Well, I want to show one cool thing that's coming out in .NET 10 that helps you awesomely with APIs right here on what's new in .NET and C# with Isaac. Hey folks, isaacrlevin here with another edition of what's new in .NET and C#, where we're going through all the cool things that are coming out in .NET and C# all the way up to the announcement of .NET 10, the release of .NET 10 that happens at .NET Conf every year, and this year it'll be November in 2025. And I don't know about you, but I love APIs. I've been categorized as a back-end developer my entire professional career, and a part of that is creating really rich APIs. And there's some cool things that are coming out with the latest version of .NET in the OpenAPI space. You know, there's support for OpenAPI 3.1, which I think is really cool, and you should check out the new spec for that. But there's one thing in particular that when I saw it, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool. And this is the support, that the ability to add support for YAML. So if you've already been using OpenAPI before, you know that the definition file that gets generated is in JSON. And JSON is great for a lot of things, but it can get really, really busy, as it pertains to like when you're trying to read it. And YAML, good, bad, or indifferent, it is a bit more readable. Yes, there's issues with spacing and things like that, but if you're just trying to read something, YAML is a bit, at least for me, a bit more clear. So let's actually take a look at what that looks like. So let me actually hop over to my desktop, and I'm going to open up a console, and I'm just going to create a new web API. So I'm just going to go .NET, new web API, and let's just call that API demo. And I'm going to go into it, API demo, and I'm just going to open this up in Visual Studio Code. So, and zoom in here. So as you can see here, this is just the boilerplate like weather API that we always see when we're building things, from that template. So as you can see, we're just doing a map get with dash weather forecast, and it basically provides us a static set weather forecast. But the big thing here to call out is that you have this map OpenAPI call inside if it's in development. So let's actually take a look at what this looks like. So if I go just .NET run here, and this is going to launch this, great. And then I open this up, and as you can see here, that nothing happens. But if we go to the OpenAPI endpoint, so OpenAPI, and then we'll just go to, sorry, I have another tab open, OpenAPI / v1.json. So as you can see here, this is the definition of our API using the OpenAPI reference. And this is great, but as you can see here, there's like a lot here, and you kind of have to, understand how this is structured to really get an understanding. Okay, here, this is my component schema, this is my weather forecast API, this is what's required, and all that great stuff. So if we instead, let's just stop this app and go back over to Visual Studio Code, we can actually make this a bit better. And all you need to do is I need to just change this endpoint to this. So /OpenAPI, the document name, which would be the name that you specify for your particular API definition, and then .yaml. We'll just save this, and I'll run this again. So .NET run. So now if I go up to our app, and I just change this to YAML, boom. As you can see here, we have the definition, and it's a bit clearer. There's no more curly braces. There's not a whole bunch of line breaks there. So, and you can just see really quickly, still components, so still schema, but at least to me, it's a bit more readable. So I think that's pretty cool. And at the end of the day, one of the big things that I want to call out is that there's a lot of other cool things that are coming out for the OpenAPI and the Web API space in .NET 10, so be sure to check out the release notes for that. But that's just it. I want to show you a really quick, one cool thing that I saw. I'm like, oh, that'll make my life a bit better as I build APIs out. And if you like this sort of video and you like this sort of content here, be sure to like, subscribe, follow, comment down below, share with your friends, and let me know if there's other things you'd like to see in the .NET space. Anyway, well, that's it for me. I hope you have a great day, and this has been isaacrlevin. Take care.